So now this task is just round penning, like 101. We're gonna do upwards and downwards transitions, walk, trot, canter, canter, trot, walk, and then get him to at least take the pressure off and ideally face up to me and come to the center and rest.
Gotcha.
But if he doesn't, you know, there's things that you can do, but like if you have time and you want to work on it that day, that could be the only thing. But if he's not coming to you, which he does already, but if he didn't, you were working with another horse, they just need to go more forward. And you like bring your energy up a little higher than where you were working at. So there's more forward, there's more energy, and that'll put the desire to want to rest and be with you. So like the horse that doesn't want to face up, you just have to drive harder. Does that make sense? All right, so let me get to my center. I'll ask him here to turn around. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you. So I get to my center point. Come on, bud. So you don't have to go run, run, run. Like he displays a good thing, and that is he's just staying where I'm at. I'm looking at my destination, and he's just going for that chilled walk, you know. But don't forget to spend time seeing if you could escalate this walk to like a medium walk without him trotting. Okay? So he was following my escalation today. Quiet drive and skip a little bit. Can he get a little bit faster? Well, let's see if we can get like a good walk. Thank you. Before he gets to the trot. Oh,
yep.
Got too big. He went right to the trot. But see how I can play with that. So you got your little western jog. Yep. So he's just been hanging out in here, so we gotta let him wake up his body. He's gotta blow his snissies here a little bit, do his big dry cough. Once you give him a little time to warm up, let's see if we can get him a little bit bigger of a trot.
Jeff, do you find that your walking around gauges the cadence of the horse? Yeah. I've seen some.
How big my stride gets?
Yeah.
And how much I lean forward has all to do with it. You know, because if I take little steps, I chill.
He should really slow down.
He's already doing it.
Yeah.
And he's knocking at the door. He's coming off the rail. So,
Well,
mind you, a lot of these quarter horses get into this little jog, and he'll stay in that. That's his happy place. So he might not come to a walk quite yet. He will if you put more drive and do this longer. He'll go to the walk quicker. But right now he's in his happy place, and he'll do that little. Thank you. So once we played with that a little bit, just take the pressure off and see if he faces up. So that's where he is right now, and it's like, you know, he's kind of like just bebopping around, and he's like, I'd rather be with Sue, and there's no desire for him to be with me right now. You follow me? So,
sure.
and that's okay, but I took the pressure off. He's not all distraught, so it's okay. He's like, he's kind of letting me know how he feels about me, and that is like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, I'll listen to you, but you know. So to get him to have that want to be with me, I have to drive him more. So we'll go to a canter now once I put him back on the rail. But the important thing is he's not like running around all willy-nilly, being, you know, neurotic. So this is a good thing, because this just needs to be driven up with more energy. Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right, so one kiss for a trot and 2 kisses for a canter. You don't have to follow by that. That's just how I was taught, and it can be a cluck or a kiss. Doesn't matter, but I want to see him when I raise this up. He needs to go. Otherwise, if he doesn't go, in Statue of Liberty, I drop the progress string at him, or I physically touch him with the progress string.
been doing the
So I need to catch up.
really
See,
good.
he got a little ahead of me, so I need to start looking at my destination. We got a little out of sync together. But like what Lori was talking about, I need to be taking while he's in this zone. I've got a good forward canter, and I don't have to keep begging for him to stay in there. So it's my responsibility now to get bigger strides, like leaning forward and let him know that I'm in sync with him on this forward canter. Because like the little young Mustang, it's okay right now, but he only canters a couple strides, right? And then he shuts off. And he canters only a couple strides and then he shuts off. But when he gets to this point, he's got it going on. Because see, he's just cruising right now. He's watching me take big strides, leaning forward. But the moment he comes by me and I chill out and make my strides smaller, he saw him adjust to me.
Sure.
Okay? And he comes around. That's a knock. See how he's like
Yep.
lateral flexion?
Yep.
So I'll come in here like this and I'll pull the eye and I'll acknowledge that he listened to me. I don't need to go all the way back there like I just demonstrated before. So I made eye contact with him and I like pretended like we were connected with a piece of dental floss, eye to eye. I said, disengage. I'm not looking at his hip. He's doing that out of respect now. You know, and then come in and you know, ask to be in his bubble. We talk about all this personal space and stuff and not having them run up your backside. But some guys and gals say, oh, you don't need to do that. I'm like, well, if you're working on all this personal space, I'm just being fair. I'm like, and I think it's a safe thing to do. Because I mean, I've had some that, you know, you meet for the first time and if you don't ask and you just like step in there, they'll paw you.
Yeah.
They will. They're like, I'm not ready for that. You know? So that's just for my own safety and then also to respect the horse. Alright, so that it's no different the other way. We don't have to have it going, you know, and then if you could do the flagging. But
That's what I was trying
try
work
to do
with
it
tonight,
correct.
so, yeah.
And I won't mind. I'll look you straight in the eye. You probably messed that stuff up pretty bad, and I'm gonna have to fix it next year. But that's okay. You won't get it until you've like wrecked it. And it's a pre-flight thing that you could crash and burn that model as many times. But that is not, right, Cabby? I'm not picking on Cabby, but like, yeah, everybody. That's a third level task, and like to do it right, you're like, oh, I got this. And you're like,
So what would be incorrect flagging?
well, you know, you want the most important thing. Well, you got it on now, right? Okay. Well, it's going to be out of order, but yeah, like progressive desensitization through movement is an important task that you end where you started. So like, you know, you're sending Fluffy on a circle, you're holding the lead, and you know, you're looking to your destination, but the moment you turn your core to them and you're perpendicular 90, you're saying the whole time, elbow, no wrist, just elbow, saying, this is my space, half of an X. But what happens is you have to keep your feet moving the whole time you're doing that, and then they kind of hiccup, jump around. You got to keep on like a steady cadence with the flag, staying at the energy level that they can handle. And then when it looks good and they're leg yielding and they're not running off, because you're going to have to correct him when you see the inside front foot not crossing over the outside front foot. As soon as I see a cannonbone going forward, I'm half halting. And I'm not just half halting once, I'm getting 2 bumps, because you got to stop the forward and then you got to say, I'm serious, we're moving laterally, so then I have to time it and catch it so that they cross that over. You know, you follow me? And then, you know, when they're crossing and doing good leg yields, then I stop flagging, but I turn my energy off, but I stay in position. I stay where I started. I don't try to look to the destination. So if they need to like bleed a few steps, I'll help them and try to stay perfect to the shoulder and the hip, and I might push them to a wall, a supporting wall, to let them know that I'm off. But if they don't, you have to bleed them to a supporting wall, but don't let them scoot back and don't let them scoot forward. Because if they do that, what they'll do is they'll scoot, they'll be panicked because they feel claustrophobic, and then they'll face up to you, and that's not good. Like, don't live in that moment. You got 3 or 5 seconds to fix it and go back to flagging. Because the point of that task is I can push you laterally, and then when I turn it off, you should just shut off. That's good recognizing your core energy stopping, because you get good at that, that horse will be very good and it stop without pulling on the reins, because you're riding all active, and then you stop riding and they just shut off. That horse understands when you're off, they're off. So, but that task helps like in cowboy mounted shooting, because you can have the guns. That's how I personally teach that, because to me cowboy mounted shooting is just all that horsemanship at a real high level, but it has to be done at speeds. But this basic groundwork stuff has got to be perfect, and they have to understand that that gun is not directed to them, so it's just a noisemaker. But like, and when you're done with the course and you're like, you exhale, you're done, they should shut off. You see the ones that are a little too gamey, they're done with the course and they're bouncing off the wall.
Oh, they run through the fence.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
That's not safe, you know. So I get on my soapbox about that, because I've seen a lot of really good people and good horses get hurt or wrecked on the lack of, they don't want to do this round work to make the horse better at the sport. They're like, they just want to ride him. Okay, we'll shut that off, right? And
Yep.
then we'll start again. Oh, you're on. All right. All right. So the next task is when you have them halter and lead, and then your stick and progress string. Can you do the sending exercise? So obviously you want to make sure you got it worked out where he'll just follow you around and he maintains his bubble. Okay. But as I walk a little brisker, he should come up with me. But when I stop, he needs to stop. And can I push with energy? Can I push? Thank you. Diagonal pairs. Okay. Once we got that going on, then we come to the then I come to the center, stop him, and we'll pick the direction we want to go. So that's straight on 12 o'clock. I'll come over here in this eye, even though I'm going to wind up in the left eye, I stand in the right eye at 45, and I give direction, and then I help with a little support, and then I have it move away. And as long as he's starting this foot cycle with this inside hind, then we're fine. We'll try it again so you have it on there. I'll do it from this side so you see it. So as I'm coming along, I'm disengaged. All right, start again. Get this in the hand. Okay, so direction. I get a weight shift, and I help like support him a little bit with a weight shift. Shift it to the outside and start the foot cycle with the inside hind. All right, so let's move this quickly along. So what you're looking for is to keep him out on a circle. Good. You looking at your destination. So see how he wants to, without the round pen supporting, he's kind of falling in on me right now. So we just want to reinforce that I'm looking at my destination and he's going. There we go. You saw him like suck in and kind of give me a hard time, didn't he? Alright, and not to rush it, but like, can you bring your cadence down without pulling on him? Will he come back down to the walk? Still like looking only like 3 to 5 meters ahead of him. Will he come back down? When he finds the walk, let him go a few strides, then change your hands underneath and then walk, leave the circle and have him face up. Okay?
That's the tricky part, that hand thing.
Yeah. But I'll do it one more time now with a little canter work so we see that again. Alright, so now he's just kind of like bottle spinning, so I'll like work on getting diagonal pairs to move back without moving the shoulder. See how he was like kind of like doing like a magnet, and I'm like, he's just evading me on the task. So you don't always have to go right to move the shoulders away until you can get that. Like I'm kind of like getting my shoulders up And if I'm a woman, do my breasts out. Show off my fake boobs. No, I'm kidding.
You're not videotaping that, are you?
Yes.
He's a professional. Please don't post it.
So what I mean by that is like he needs to see that like when I'm on the balls of my feet and I'm looking for energy to back up, he's got to know that you mean business on that. So we'll do it one more time. Okay. All right. So I come all the way over to here. I'm like, well, hold that eye to see how he was getting ready. Like get these diagonal pairs. So now I could ask. Now I'll ask. Step it over. Let him finish this cycle. See what I mean? He did it all in slow motion. So what I mean is this diagonal pair was being loaded backwards so that the moment that diagonal pair was loaded, I could step to the outside and place this. This teaching rein is connected to that leg. And I can like place it all the way out. See, that doesn't work like that. When you try it, you got to get the weight shift. His weight wasn't shifted, so it didn't look right. So if I can get him to rock back, now I can place it to the outside. See what I mean? See the difference?
Yep.
I got in time, and I know when to ask. That's just experience. All right, let's try it with a trot to a cannon.
That'll be good for you to watch on film too, because you can study that.
Night after night.
Look how pretty he looks in the sunshine.
Okay. Good. Feed him out a little bit because that's kind of a small circle. So let that feed out. There we go. That's a nice circle for him. Stalling out. So give him a little more encouragement. You see the difference? He was almost going to break to a trot. Get a little bigger. A little bigger. Thanks. There we go. I know. Just enough. Be barefoot so he gets a little washed out. You know, that's what a hind shoes help. I'm not saying he needs them, but I'm just saying you see what a barefoot horse does. You know, when they don't have the shoes, they get that little washout. They lose their confidence. They keep slipping in the turns because he's being very good.
If you gave him a bigger circle, would that sort of go away?
It does.
Yeah.
But I've been on him. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with this circle. This is when he's working cattle. He'd have to maintain something this tight.
Yeah.
You know? That's just why they put the shoes on, because it lets them hold that corner.
Yep.
All right, so I don't even have to ask for it at a walk or a trot. As I come by you guys, I can prepare myself underneath. I just walk to you guys. I never help them out a little bit, but I didn't pull until that last bit. So, and the more you escalate and ask for that, he'll get better and more honest, where you won't have to help him with a little bit of a bump. All right, so that's good for that test, and then you do the other way.
Think about that one.
Okay, so this last test is, another pre-flight check, but it's, progressive desensitization through movement in Dennis's system, and it's a third level task. So, I mean, you have to be pretty handy about all the tool changes and such with like the underhand thing. But what you're trying to demonstrate is that as you're asking them to go forward in a circle and your feet are moving and you're looking at your destination, the moment your core turns to them and you say, this is my space, as you're still walking, they need to be moving laterally. If not, if you see this cannon bone stepping forward and not stepping over the opposing front foot, then you need to be half halting to stop that forward. And the whole point of this is this energy of the flag helps drive the lateral. So you got to be able to bump, but keep flagging. So it's like playing a musical instrument. It's like rubbing your stomach and patting your hand. Okay. Yes. Just keep asking and getting bigger each time. Okay? If you have to get really big, then rub it. It never happened if you had to really get going on them like that. Very cute. But that's the other thing we didn't talk about. Like, we were doing all that stuff with him further out, but he needs to get comfortable with a tool staying on him and going forward. Thank you. More. And he needs to bring it up to a trot. So see how he tries to fade, but I just keep having him go forward. Thank you. Only a gelding will take a whooping like this before he'll go forward. Thank you.
Right, she'd be moving.
Yes. All right. So now I gotta keep up with him. He's trotting. Okay. Once I bring him down to a walk and he stops like tugging on me and he's going forward like this. That's good. That's good. That's good. Bring it down. To a walk. It's just enough length here so I can swing the flag freely. And it's not, I'm not trying to hit him with the flag. I'm just saying that this bubble right now, maintain, this is my personal space. If it does touch him, it's because he's crashing into my bubble. And he needs to move out of it. So if you start hearing it popping him, get bigger. Because you don't want to go softer, because you'll start to get him desensitized to the flag to the point where he won't move. Okay? So if it starts touching him, just get bigger. Alright, so here goes. So this is my day. Oops. No. Coach Jeff can make a mistake. Alright, here goes. You can say, this is my space. Thank you. Drop back and make the turn. Don't pull on him. Keep going though. See, he stall out. I got bigger. Get bigger. Back off now a little bit. Get going. Get going. Get going. Thanks. All right, here goes. I'm going to stop here in a sec. So, I mean, like, here's my intention. Don't beat up the energy. See if you can put it back up there. Set him.
So Jeffy, as you're doing that, the fact that you're still making a circle is okay.
Yeah, it's because he's moving laterally.
Okay.
So I need to have my cone or something so I know where it is, so I don't get lost out here in the forest.
Sure, gotcha.
But you know what I'm looking for is a couple steps really good, and then being able to drop back and drive that hip to make the turn. But as soon as they make that one step over, the telltale sign is, as soon as they move the hip, does the shoulder stall out and crash into me? The true test is they can make the turn and then they never stall the forward on the front end and you never feel that pushing into you. That's the true test.
Yep.
So literally you're trying to do that task in a box. So as I come through here, I'd much rather see him do a few strides like that, then drop back and make the turn, hold the eye up. See, I made that adjustment. As soon as I raise my left hand, thank you. See, and I hold it up. So watch me make that turn again. I'll make the turn, but I'll hold that eye up. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, see, like, that's a cowboy mounted shooting horse. When they get, hold on, will you hold this? When they get to that, let me get my whip too. When they get to that point, it takes that much energy to move him laterally. I mean, that's a lot. That's like an 8 or a 9, you know, and he's not going faster. So, yeah, they've been cooking they've all been cooking in the sun. So yeah, this is no different, but, you know, it's me twirling this. He hears that whirligig, huh? Now all of a sudden, now he's like got spring in his step. Yeah. No, I ask for him to stop, my hand is still up. I can still drive him around. See me make the turn, hold the eye up. See that adjustment? Then I can stop. Push this back over. He took that from me. Thank you. And I have him just hang out now. I pet him. Let him know we're off. Can we twirl? We're off. He just needs me to work this out here. See, like I'm still off, but I'm not driving at this point. Even though it looks very similar, I'm consoling right now. I'm waiting for him to come to a stop and pet him without anything right now. Let him find it. He finds it, then try again. Spend a little time petting him, and then ask again. If he doesn't move, build from there. Okay? See if I can go a couple more times. Okay? I just build and build. Stay back. Good. Wait. It's okay, he faces up to me. Good boy. So, with more practice, the more you do it, you don't have to, you do less and less of that consoling thing. You know, but at first you got to be able to move their feet. When you're introducing any kind of new tool, you got to be able to touch him. He's got to hear it, but he's got to move his feet. You can't make him hold still in the beginning. You can't make him hold still, period. You have to put the desire in. But like doing lots of endless progressive desensitization through movement, meaning doing leg yields, the noisemaker, all of a sudden he's like, okay, I'd rather just stand.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then even when you swing it and he moves, then you know you just stay in there, but being off and just trying to pet him and console him. Well, as soon as he stops moving his feet, that's when you quit. And then you just kind of build off of this, where it doesn't matter where I am. I can walk away and he'll just watch me, but I can stay back here. He's at that stage where he's got to watch me, and that's okay.
Yep.
But you can build on all that.